Welcome to Prague, Czech Republic. I'd never ever seen so much graffiti in one city before. The trams look like they're from the 1950s or something, but we're doing a tour of the city today and we're going to the Powder Gate Tower. Right there. Later I'll talk a little bit more about it, but it's so easy and cheap for me to travel all around Europe. And this is something that Americans simply cannot do because it's so expensive just to fly to another state in America, but in Europe it's so easy and so cheap to see new places like this. This is only an hour and a half away from London. I'll tell you about the tours in a second, but this is what I'm looking for, the red umbrella, so that's my tour guide right there. But this place is so cool. That is the Powder Gate Tower. I'll give you a little bit of information when the tour guide tells me, but this place is amazing. One thing you need to know about Czech Republic, they don't use euros, so they have their own currency, the Czech crowns. But this is my tour group, and it's completely free. I'm going to tell you how to do a free tour of most major cities around America and Europe. Tour starts in 2 minutes. So homelessness is a big problem in most of the countries in Europe. So there's a homeless guy over there, but he's wearing a suit. Like he has a waistcoat on, he's dressed very nicely, but he's using a Coke bottle as a pillow. So I guess welcome to Prague. He's right there. He's dressed better than me. He's dressed so nicely.
What you're getting into, yeah? The tour is called
The tour starts right here in Republic Square. It's called the Republic Square because that building right there is the municipal house. And right now it's a music venue, but that is where they signed the independence. So it became Czechoslovakia, it became Czech Republic. This used to be the wall that splits the old town and the new town. So over there, that's the new town. So this is the old town. And there used to be 11 towers all the way around, including a wall all the way around the old town, but there's only 3 towers left. This one and then 2 over by the Charles Bridge that we're gonna go to later. So we just entered the old town. That is the Cubist Cafe. Everything is shaped like a cube. It's named after the Black Donna, which is Mary, apparently, like Mary and Joseph. By the way, breaking news. I'm actually wearing shorts outside. I have not worn shorts outside in months and months and months. England is too cold. So this building right here, this is a music hall, and it's the only theater still standing that Mozart himself performed at. How cool is that? He was actually in there performing. Amazing. Of course, he wasn't Czech, he was Austrian, but he got a 30-minute standing ovation inside that theater. So much history here. So that is the original building of Charles University, founded in 1348. It's the 12th oldest university in the world. The oldest is in Bologna in Italy, but Albert Einstein was a professor there. How amazing is that? 1911, 1912, Albert Einstein actually taught right here. So we've made it to the Old Town Square. They're just taking down the Easter Market. But if you see this building here, you can see that there used to be something here. They used to go all the way to the church there, but it got destroyed by a Nazi tank. So they decided should they rebuild it or not, but they just kept this portion because that's the only bit that survived. But we're gonna go over here because there's a famous clock. We're gonna watch the famous clock show. So many people.
as a group, yeah? It's unbelievable.
So that is the Astronomical Clock. That was built in 1490. Wow, it's so old. But it has the Roman numerals, it has the signs of the zodiac, it has a skeleton, it has like the signs of fear. And every hour on the hour between 9 a.m. and 11 p.m. you can come here and see that show. It's only 42 seconds, but that's it. And the clock also has the moon and the sun, but of course recently we had the eclipse. So the tour guide said it's the first time he's ever seen the sun behind the moon on the clock. It's so cool. Irish bar. Just took a quick break. We're heading into the Jewish quarter now. Tour guide David just taught us some Czech words. So, Chikui, Hevo, and Laska. It means love, beer, and thank you. That is Franz Kafka, and you can see on the ground like beetle legs, because his most famous book is about a man that wakes up, but he's a beetle, but he thinks like a human. So this is the former Jewish quarter. That is a Spanish synagogue. This is a huge church of the Holy Ghost. But this street, there's a river just over there, this street used to get flooded every single year, so it became unlivable. So then all the Jewish people moved out and it turned into a slum. So right now we're walking along Paris Street. It has all the upmarket stores like Prada and Chanel and stuff. This is the 19th most expensive street in the world and #1 in Czech Republic in terms of rent and like buying property. This is the old new synagogue. So of course when it was built, it was the new synagogue, but then they built a new one down the street. So then they needed to change this name, so they just called it the Old New. And also down there is a Jewish cemetery, and it's a small area, but they estimate 90,000 people are buried there. And the technique is on top of each other, like layers. So that is Charles. We're about to cross the Charles Bridge. Look at this view. We're going to walk along the bridge, but that is Prague Castle. Welcome to Charles Bridge. This is, when I look at things to do in Prague, this was like top of the list. Some artists over here doing some painting. There's some souvenirs, but look at this. How cool is that? That is Prague Castle. And Prague Castle is 5 times as big as Buckingham Palace. Make a wish. Look at this view. The patron saint of bridges. So every single bridge in Europe, you're going to see this guy here. And he said, in 1 year and 1 day, your wish will come true. By the way, the weather is absolutely perfect. It's amazing. It's so warm. And 24 hours ago, I was so cold in England, but I can't believe places like this are an hour and a half away from the England. It's crazy. These are the exact stairs that Tom Cruise walked down in Mission Impossible 1. We're going to walk down right now. Tom Cruise was right here.
The hops, instead of roasting cars.
The last stop on the tour is the John Lennon Wall. Now, when you think of Prague, Czech Republic, you don't really think of the Beatles or John Lennon. But when he died in 1980, communist countries wouldn't allow the news to get out because they thought maybe people would rebel, maybe there'd be trouble. But some rebels found out the news and they made the John Lennon Wall here in Prague. And then the police found out, so the police painted over it. And then they repainted it as the John Lennon Wall, and then they repainted over it. And then over here is the French embassy. So the French embassy were like, yeah, we like it, we'll allow it. So then it just stayed like the John Lennon Wall. The Wall pub. Oh, they have the Beatles on the wall. Of course they have fish and chips. Look. I'm back on Charles Bridge now. I would love to come here at like 6 a.m. when no one's here because there's so many people here at the moment. So how did I do a free tour? If you look up free tours by foot, I'm not sponsored by them. They haven't given me any money to tell you, but I really like them. I've used them in a few different cities, but free tours by foot. And then they have so many cities all over Europe, all over the US, and everything is based on whatever you want to pay. So if you feel like the tour is worth 10 euros, then you can give 10 euros. If you think the tour is worth nothing, then you can just walk away. Everything is up to you, whatever you pay, but of course they work on tips, so you know, it's up to you. But yeah, free tours by foot. Had a really good tour guide called David, and he's really funny. He said that some of the newer stuff in Prague is older than America. Because of course there's American people in our tour group, and yeah, he just kept making fun of how new America was, because nothing in America is old. Like, look at this. Why do people do this crap? It annoys me so much. Like, there's no need to do this. It looks so ugly. Shakespeare. So when I was looking on the map earlier, something caught my eye, so we're gonna go check it out. But tour is finished, so I'm on my own now. Prague is really cool. It's so cool. Just the vibe is really cool. Like, it's so relaxed. There's so many people here, so many tourists, a lot of kids. So I guess it's still the holidays, because of course America has spring break now, but Europe has its own spring break, the Easter holidays. We're gonna make a quick stop over here at the Narrowest Street, and then we're gonna get something to eat. Has its own traffic lights. That was the Narrowest Street. There's nothing down there, it's just a restaurant, but it's cool waiting for the traffic lights. See so many people with these ice cream cones. Check out the gift store here. Prague t-shirts. When did shot glasses become a thing to collect? I think this is a bad time to come to Prague, because of course it's the Easter holidays. There's teenagers everywhere. So many high school trips, a lot of German kids actually, but so many kids. Going up the hill to Prague Castle. There's steps there and then there's a slope. I see everybody going up the slope, so let's go. Check out this view. So we're going to check out the Prague Castle, which is hundreds and hundreds of years old, and of course there is a Starbucks. There's always a Starbucks. So you did hear me correctly earlier when I said the Prague Castle is 5 times as big as Buckingham Palace. Now, I don't know if it includes all of this land and everything surrounding it, I don't know. But if it does include that, then they're cheating, because Buckingham Palace is huge, but it's just the palace. Tour guide did actually say it's this building plus the one behind it plus the one over here, so if it includes everything here, then it doesn't count, because this is not Prague Castle, that's Prague Castle there. So if that building is 5 times bigger than Buckingham Palace, then okay. But if all of this is counted, then nah. It feels like a little village up here. It feels like the Vatican City actually. So of course you have the main piece, but then you have all of this space here. It's really cool. Again, I'm going to talk about America, because I know so many Americans watch my videos, but America does not have stuff like this. America does not have stuff this old, and so many American tourists here, I can hear them, and everybody knows American tourists, they stand out a lot. So when Americans say we're going to Europe, that's what they say. By the way, every single European hates that, and they don't understand why Americans say they're going to Europe. Like, are you going to Prague, or are you going to you know, Birmingham? Like, where are you going when you say Europe? Just say which country you're going to, because yeah, Europeans, especially British people, we don't understand this. Like, just say the country, don't say you're going to Europe. You won't be able to see it that good on the camera, but the view from here is amazing. You can see the whole city, and it's so cool. They don't have like super tall skyscrapers. I think that we can go around the castle this way, so let's take a look. This is the map of the castle. I don't know if they're counting all of the land and all of the buildings when they say it's 5 times bigger than Buckingham Palace. I don't know, but the real castle's right there. Inside is absolutely huge. I want to play football in here. See, the castle's right there. I see a ticket office over here, so I'm going to go check how much it is, because you can go inside the castle. I don't know what you can see in there, but I'm going to guess, I don't know, Czech crowns, but 12 euros. So here's the prices. We have a few different options. So to go to the tower with the view, 200, which is 8 euros. And if you want to see everything, 450, which is like 18 euros. We're not going to go inside today. I have no idea why I'm telling you in euros, but There you go. This place is really cool. It's so clean. David, the tour guide, said that it's the oldest Gothic castle in Europe. Amazing. I don't know how they have the discipline. Look at that. Amazing. So they do have services here. Sunday. How you build something like this without modern equipment and on a hill, I just don't understand it. How? Because humans would struggle to build this today. But way back then, of course, they didn't have the equipment we have now. It's crazy. You can see the Charles Bridge there. The tower, I think that's the powder tower where we started. We're gonna head down the stairs. Very interestingly, so there's a security guard there checking people's bags, but I came on the other side and there's no security guard there, so it kind of defeats the object. They also have a big long stick with a mirror and they're checking under people's cars, like the cars driving in, they're checking, so security is high on this side, but the other side not so much. This is not where I went up the hill, but this is where I came down. So I'll put this location, I have no idea where I am, but I'll put this location so you can see on the map. So this is where you can go up as well. Definitely go up there, it's not that far. I would say go the way that I went because there's a slope there. Like there's only steps, but it takes 5 minutes to walk up there. Very, very quick. Go inside as well. I'm definitely gonna come back another day and go inside the castle, but very cool. Amazing views from up there. It's worth going up there just to take some pictures. I'm not even gonna try and say it, but there's a tram stop here. That's where I am. And then where I just was, right over there. Look how old these trams are. They look like 50 years old or something. I say this every single time I travel, but I think it's so amazing that, like this tram right here, people take this tram every single day to get to work, to get to school, whatever. And then this is the one time out of my life that I walk by it. Like, I think that's just amazing. Like over here, like someone lives right there. Someone walks down here every single day, and then I just decide to walk down here one day out of my whole life. It's crazy, really. Traveling is so amazing. If you ever have the opportunity to travel, definitely do it. See some new places, because like I said, London is like an hour-and-a-half flight from here, and it's so different. Charles Bridge right there. See what I was saying earlier, this is a university, so kids are walking along here every single day. I just think that's amazing. Maybe no one else finds that interesting, but I do. People walk along here every single day, and then I just decide to come here once today. Got some Prague beer and Prague ham. Sweet. Here's something you can't do in America. Drink alcohol in public. So I'm gonna use US dollars because most of my subscribers are from America. So I paid $9 US for the Prague ham and the beer. I ate off half the ham and then the other half fell on the floor. So welcome to Prague. Still got the beer though, so it's okay. Back in the old town square, there's so many homeless people here in this area. I'm just letting you know because some people like to know that stuff when they visit a new place. I like to know that. But yeah, so many homeless people sleeping on benches, and yeah, it's so sad. But this area is really cool. Like I said, this is the Easter market. The tour guide said this is the Easter market, but they're taking it down, so none of this stuff is open. That's the Prague ham that I had. I would be the worst at food review. Something either delicious or not to me. I can't really describe food like other people do. They could take like 10 minutes just to talk about a steak. I'm like, yeah, it tastes good. I don't know what day you're gonna watch this video, but today I'm filming is April the 9th. Though it's a Tuesday, but the city's so packed. But it's only packed with kids. Like kids on Easter holidays, high school kids. I was like, that guy looks familiar. It's Tom. I don't know who that one is. I'm back at the Powder Gate Tower. This is where I started the tour this morning. We're gonna take a walk along the river. You see what I mean? The vibes are so good. Like restaurants, people having a drink, having some lunch. It's so cool. But the only negative I've seen is the homeless people. And maybe you don't see it as a negative, you know, but it's so sad to see, and it's, I don't know. I saw this over here and I was like, this is not where people like take their driving test, but no, it's for little kids. They can ride their bike around. It has like signs and stuff. It's so cool. This kid's about to go. How cool is that? Look at the graffiti over here. Like, who does this? Who's Nicky? Who's Bong? Who's Frutz? Like, who are these people? It looks so ugly. I don't get it. I don't get it. How did they get up there? Like, Fruit. Did Mr. Fruit just bring his ladder along just so he can graffiti there? It's crazy. Like, lamppost. Look at the lamppost. All the way up there. Who does this crap? Crazy. Even on the car. Somebody's poor car. You want to see a supermarket? Welcome to Lidl's in Prague. So $1 is around 23 Czech crowns. So chocolate goes from like 9, 13, 24. So it's pretty cheap. Spirits, I don't know how much this usually is, but Jameson 228. I don't know if that's good. Big water, 9 crowns. Wine, 80, 100, 200. Don't know if that's good. There's wine. One big Coke, 42. Prague beer, so cheap. 12, 18, 16, 14, 13. That's for one beer. Wow, I walked a lot today. So, this is the moment of truth. I don't know if this is sparkling or natural. I wanted natural, but sometimes you can't tell. I tried to shake it, but there's bubbles always, so let's see. I think that's sparkling, which is not good. Natural, yes, that's what I wanted. So this is where I'm staying. I'm staying in an Airbnb. I don't really stay in Airbnbs usually. Usually stay in hotels, but this is in a really nice location. It's nothing special. My watch is going off, but the train station is right there. If I can open this, there you go. The train station is literally right there. And it's really loud, so, but it's right next to downtown, so it's okay. I hope you had fun today in Prague. I'm gonna be here for a few days, so if you wanna see more, hit the subscribe, hit the like, just so I know that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more fun in Prague. Bye bye.